Are you ready to go? I know you said your name's that, but
Okay. Welcome back to Mystimon Saga, a world like no other, where people live alongside mystical creatures and where magic comes alive, under siege by forces beyond and within. This is Mystimon Saga Hidden Archives, a Pathfinder 2e actual play, where our investigators battle an evil cult and investigate the paranormal and high strangeness all over the world. I'm your host, GM Seth, aka Seth R. Mitchell, and I am today once again joined by our players, Binary playing Bastille and Cole, Shadow playing Rat, and L playing Soma and Zoe.
Hello.
look, everyone else might abbreviate his name, but we gotta at least say it once. His name is Coldra Manir Zerixavaldez. You asked for this.
Yes, I did, I suppose. Before we get started, however, it's time to check in on Meowtofen, the orange and black Nako. And we fade in as Meowtofen is sitting on a chair next to a lady playing a violin, slowly nodding off to sleep. What kinds of dreams would Meowtofen be having? Why, dreams of being a famous musician itself, of course. But then it doesn't have imposable thumbs. So what is a Nako to do? Play the piano, of course. In its dream, it's pounding away a symphony on a classical piano to hundreds of adoring fans. But then it wakes as the audience in real life rise to their feet and start applauding the performance. Rude, it was having the most wonderful dream. So it gets up from the chair, leaping down to the stage, and it marches over to the piano and jumps up onto the bench and then up onto the piano keys and starts pounding away random keys. To his amazement, the crowd loves it. Huh? Maybe dreams can come true. Until he sees the paper the next day, people are making a joke of his performance and laughing at him. Rude. He worked very hard on that piece. Will Meowtofen ever get the recognition he so rightfully deserves? Find out next time. Until then, consider adopting a Nako.
I'm calling it now. Meowtofen is Zolgoth's backstory.
And when we last left our investigators, tell me, what did happen what did happen last time?
We were saving people from a house fire. Well, a fire.
Again?
Rat and Ada were.
Yeah, Rat, Ada, and Zoe were. Soma, Nathaniel, and Isaac. They found something.
Yeah, you guys found a dead body in the middle of one of the arenas for the championship games. And through your investigation, it looks like one of the metal posts on the ledge over that surrounds the stands, it came off and went straight down and impaled the guy. And from your investigation, it really looks to you like it had to have been intentionally cut.
And we found a knife bearing the sigil of the Scions of the Void.
Yes, you found a knife.
Have we cast object reading on the object that impaled him yet?
Yes.
We have.
Yeah.
We saw a
Okay.
dark, shadowy figure up above, pushing over the thingamajig.
One day we'll just be allowed to see the person that did it. One day.
There you go. I asked Elle to drop some of the down.
I mean, but still, this is so much we're talking about. Of course, she used object reading.
Well, I had to make sure, because otherwise I would have. You never know when all the magic has been spent before a long rest. Gotta check.
And just as we were getting ready to end the session, at the end, she was taken. Soba, Isaac, and Nathaniel's character, Fokroka, was taken in by the Magi Guard for questioning. And then later that night, Soma went off to bed and she was awakened when Kuai knocked on her door. Kuai knocked on her door to let her know she found Lady Fiore in her dreams. She was sleeping, and she's what is called a dreamwalker, so she can freely explore the dreamlands when she dreams. And she was, and not only that, she can actually remember her dreams too. A lot of people can't.
Hey, well, it's too.
So she was dreaming she was in this this field of flowers, this clearing in the forest, and a Lady Fiore and Darcore, a shadowy, misty creature with azure eyes, known as the Sire of Deep Sleep, came out of this portal before her. And they both told Kuai to let you all know that Lady Fiore is safe and sound. Darcore is doing what he can to protect her. But you should hurry because he senses that someone is after her. And that is where we pick up. So, dare I ask, what are you all doing? It's the middle of the night. Soma, you had just been woken up by Kuai to receive this very important news.
The person, it was Cool who did the dream message thing, right?
Yes, Cauldron Manier can do dream messages.
Okay. I want to go find him since, you know, let him know about this.
All right. If it's middle of the night, he is probably sleeping. So he'd be in the room with the large door.
Easy boy.
He's a big boy.
Big boy.
How big is Call?
So let me hear. I have a site somewhere. I need to let me find it.
And Call is what is known in this world as a Gola. Gola are these like metal-clad creatures that are like part automaton. And they're known by they're also called by many people demons, because they kind of look like demons. They look really demonic.
Mhm.
Some even have horns. Does Call have horns?
So he does, but he has, like, in order to help improve the image that, yes, he's just an automaton, he has, like, put metal fastenings essentially entirely
Right.
around them.
Right.
To make them look like they are mechanical in nature.
So, Soma, you go and knock on this really large door that they had to build in order to accommodate a Gola.
Well, that's, polite of them.
It's the
You
room
don't
that's
have
reserved
your-
for large creatures. Go on.
Yeah, I can't find it right now, but he's between like 10 to 12 feet tall, since a large creature is at least 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he is at minimum twice Soma's height.
Yeah.
Because Soma is 5 feet tall. So yeah, knocking at the door. A knock on the door comes to your ears from somewhere around waist level for you.
Well, good news, he's laying down, so it's around a head level.
As long as the bed is short, I guess.
Yeah, most
Small
people's
bed.
beds go up around to where their waist is. But yeah, eventually he'll be like, oh. Slowly gets up and makes his way to the door.
You hear a growl. Soma hears a growl.
Grabs Scythe just in case. Slowly opens it.
Kuai received a message from Lady Fiore. I thought, since you were able to speak with her earlier, that, I don't know, you might be interested in looking into this with me.
Okay. Do you know
Craning my neck up at you.
what it was?
Yeah, I tell him.
Are we wanting to get a message back?
Boy, could get a message back to her for you if you'd like.
I can as well.
Well, I think it was. I was almost more. I mean, Kuai can tell us. Kuai can tell her that we're coming, but it was almost more. You know something of the dream plane as well. I figured you would be the best person to look into this with me.
I can certainly do my best to.
Yeah, what you know of the message from Kuai is that Darcore found her in the nightmare realm and brought her to the dream plane where to Kuai in order to give her that message. And Darkore's sense is that she's actually there physically.
Yes. So I was about to ask, has Cole, being a dreamwalker, heard of any means of getting to that realm physically, even if it's like distant myth or legend?
This is actually something you had a conversation with Kyrene about, and she told you about an ancient device, a very, very, very ancient device called a shadow gate. That's the only way she would have gotten there.
I don't imagine you know of something called a shadow gate, and where we can find one.
You've heard that
I
term
do.
before, Soma.
I know exactly where one is.
Well, that's our passage in.
Yeah, you know exactly where one is. All the way in northwestern Atlantia.
We know where two are.
Yep. Where's the second one?
Isn't there one that Kyrene had said she's got in a basement somewhere?
No.
I could have sworn she had
There's
mentioned that she
there's
had
one
access to
somewhere
one
in
as well.
Almana. Sure, there's one somewhere in Almana that she hasn't taken you to see yet.
Yeah, but we knew that she had access to it.
Yeah,
Was more what I meant.
but it's not in a basement.
That's fair.
That's where I keep all of my shadow gates. I don't.
yeah.
Maybe
That's
this is why Zolgoth keeps getting access to them, because people don't keep them locked in basements.
Yeah, come on.
that's fair.
Like, the other
That is-
one we found just sitting in a forest open.
I mean, that is fair.
Just sitting in a forest.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
Out of its original packaging, even.
Right? Like, clearly has weather worn and, like, weird inscriptions from graffiti. Definitely couldn't possibly be anything else that those inscriptions are.
Do they keep one here in the cellar of the Wilted Tree Tavern, do you think?
Yes.
You know, we should probably check.
These
Yeah,
people,
the-
these people seem like they take good care of their belongings. I'm sure they've got a shadow gate around here stored properly.
We can't 100% guarantee a place doesn't have Shadowgate until we look for a Shadowgate.
So is that the
Before
next
we leave,
task?
we should first check the basement.
Check the cellar of the Wilted Tree Tavern to see if they have a
Hey,
shadow
we
gate
found
down.
some interesting stuff at basements in this city already.
Yes, you have. That is true.
Every
Ada's found-
basement has the potential for a Shadowgate until it doesn't.
Schrodinger's basement.
Exactly, Schrodinger's Shadowgate.
Okay, so
All right. But
so that's the first task.
But before that, it might, if you are able, if you are able to do any kind of scouting, or I don't know. Look,
He truly
Look
just
yourself.
looks down at himself and like how obvious he is at the term
no,
of
no,
scouting.
no. I meant like in the dream plane, because if you're a
That's
dreamwalker,
fair.
to go ahead, and I just kind of like, I look off to where I'm sure Kuai is, like, you know, playing with light or something, just like off wandering, doing something a little
No, actually, she's
a little silly.
No, she's not being
No?
silly. Actually,
Okay.
she's off to the side, just to your left, just out of view of Cole, and just standing there really solemnly.
Okay.
Okay, that's unusual. um,
It-
I'm.
Well, I suppose
guess
maybe the gravity of the situation has hit her.
Correct me if I'm wrong, DM, but I would assume, like, as far as when you're asleep dreamwalking, the experience is more like less you choose where you want to go through a teleport spell, and more you've opened up geolocator the game and now you're somewhere random but you know what's going on.
It's kind of a little of both because dreamwalkers, trained dreamwalkers can actually choose where they want to go, and Kuai seems to actually have that ability.
Okay.
Um,
Is that
is
something Cole can do or no?
is that something Kuai can take Cole along?
So I was going to say, if Cole can't, he does have a feature where he can enter an adjacent creature's dreams.
Yeah, you could do that. Kuai could guide you to Lady Fiore and Darcore. Lady Fiore
That's
is
my
with
suggestion.
Darcore.
So
That's my
yes,
suggestion.
if nothing else, if he cannot do it on his own, and even then, since he might not know the exact location, he can enter with Koi, and go from there.
Yeah. Kuai says that she gets the sense that Darkor is actually taking Lady Fiore to random locations in order to keep her safe.
If we are to do such, I will give you 10 minutes to prepare them regarding my appearance, so that you do not believe I am some nightmare entity.
You're not?
No.
You seem kind of nightmarish to me.
Why? That's not very nice.
He's scary.
It's just
I've
very
done
large.
something to bring fear to you.
It's okay. I'll get used to you eventually.
Let's see, is there anything I can do? Um,
Is dreamwalking magical in nature, DM?
Yes.
Because I imagine Cole would have tested this at some point. Do I know if I will myself to turn on my anti-magic aura while dreamwalking, will it be like an immediate cutoff? Like, is that a potential escape plan should the worst happen?
That is very that is a very interesting usage of your aura.
Thank you.
So for those at home, Gola have what are called auras. It's a natural ancestral ability of theirs, and their core aura is what is called an anti-magic aura. Where they are essentially immune to a lot of magical effects. And I would say that is a fair usage of that aura.
Okay. Then he will also speak up and say, "Should the worst come to pass, and we draw too much attention, I have a means to get us out. If there is something you think might help them, but bring too much attention to us." Directing that to Kuai, obviously.
Okay.
If I do not think. So I actually have a question regarding the anti-magic aura.
Sure.
Gola can't be the target of spells. Does that includes healing? That includes.
Yeah, I
Yes.
assume that's both positive and negative when it is on.
Yes.
That's why I
when
don't
it's
always
on,
have
but
it
it's
on.
not always on.
Correct.
It's not.
Otherwise, I have to will it to be on.
Yeah.
Okay.
He could flick it on.
so-
He could flick it on and off like a light switch.
Okay, so if you're willing, I can help just a little. There's not much that I can do right now, but if there's anything I can, if you allow me to stay by you while you sleep, I can help push things along. And basically what I'm suggesting is just like essentially not mechanically, but doing nudge fate as kind of like a ritual where I'm just basically consistently casting this cantrip for a minute, ending it, and then casting it again. So that you essentially always have nudge fate on.
Fancy.
Or I guess on for once every other minute, because you're immune for 1 minute. So cast it for 1 minute, wait a minute, cast it for another minute, wait a minute. just to be helpful from beyond.
Between that and my daydream trance, which I'll for sure be in to be dream walking and vision of foresight, we're gonna be set.
How much Mystia does that take?
If they're ritually casting it, it won't cost them anything. And then my sleepwalker dedication the daydream trance doesn't take anything either.
Yeah, nudge fate is a cantrip. So
Okay. Spam cast.
It's my witch
Right.
patron cantrip.
One of your hexes.
Yes.
So yeah, perpetual bonus and perpetual advantage.
Very nice. So, let us while you get all that set and set up and everything, let us check in on Rat. Rat,
Yes.
you're probably fast asleep right now, right?
What's the outcome of the fire? I saved Jerkface that does not look forward. Like, what was the outcome of that? Did I save Jerkface? Or did he just
did you
use my
save
help?
Jerkface? Yes, you managed to save Jerkface.
Unfortunate.
What about the
you
rest of the
managed to
people?
save Mr. Prick.
Okay. Yippee! So, has him being saved by Goblin, like, does he still look down upon us, or is that like, oh no, wait, I can't ask that. Oh, what would his reaction be to a Goblin saving him from like potential death? Would he like angrily, like begrudgingly, like accepting the help and like, ah, fine, I guess you guys are cool. Like, I'm just interested in his reaction.
His response was basically a little dismissive.
Like, oh, I could have gotten out of there myself.
A little bit like that, but it more so just You get the sense that he's not a very grateful person.
Okay. What about the other folks that were trapped in the fire?
Oh, they expressed a ton of gratitude, and some even offered to repay you somehow.
Is this towards Zoe, Rad, and Ida?
Yes,
Like all three of us?
Yes,
Okay.
all three of you.
Okay.
And as you exited the burning house, you did catch a glimpse of that what you could only describe as a glowing skeletal woman floating through the tree line.
Yeah. And the spirits are still yelling at me to get out. To like get on out of here.
And as soon as it looked at you, you felt chills down your spine. Make me a stress save. That's a will save. That's a will
okay.
save.
I got you.
All of that?
Yes, you too, Soma, because you actually saw it.
Zoe.
Soma saw it through her third eye. Whatchamacallit?
I think I already made that one. Did I not?
Okay.
No. I
Oh,
didn't.
right, yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't.
And Zoe,
Okay.
yeah, Zoe was the one that saw it first. It's like, all right, we're out of here.
Yeah, and
Pick me up by the
Zoe
scruff of my neck.
needs to make one.
Zoe got a 29 and Soma got a 30.
And Rat got a 31.
31.
Okay, and let's roll for Ada. And that is a 28. And I need to... So, it looks like everyone's good. You managed to shake that one off. Very creepy. You're a little spooked, but you managed to shake it off.
Do we specifically recognize it as the Primal Witch? That figure?
No, but you get you can kind of guess that it might be.
Yeah, can I do a vibe check on the ghost?
I can actually do that unironically. Thanks
A vibe
to this,
check. What's a vibe check?
I can kind of do this, but like, I can kind of do it, but not exactly with this ability.
You can
But
try.
not
You can make a knowledge check
ooh,
to see what kind of spirit it could be.
spirit lore, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Want to story point that?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm very interested in this outcome.
We have a 23 story pointed, and with the plus
same
10 that
roll.
we get, with the plus 10 that we get from that house rule, it is 33. You again for you, Rat. Chills go down your spine as you recognize what this is. A banshee. And you know that banshees are extremely powerful. So
Okay.
you know that this one is not going to be easy.
Brett is going to keep that information to himself until he heads back to the inn, and he's gonna like pull aside Crystal, like once Cole and somewhere and like everyone's like done doing their stuff. He's gonna be like, "Hey, Crystal, hey, boss lady, I got something to ask of you real quick."
Yes, she says, looking down.
He's gonna take off his hat and put it on his chest to show a sign of respect. I don't normally like ask much of you, but what do you think of what do you think is more important? Talking to that one crazy guy or dealing with the murders or trying to find that one missing politician? We have a lot juggling right now, and I just want to get your opinion on what things we
That
should focus.
missing politician is a friend, a very dear friend. So I would consider that of the utmost importance.
I didn't mean no disrespect. I was just, I don't know much about the feller, so I just apologies. Didn't mean to offend you there, boss lady.
That is fine.
But yeah, because I got some worrying news to tell you. Yeah, that primal witch. Yeah, that thing's a banshee. Awful, awful spirits to deal with.
A banshee, you say?
Yeah,
That doesn't sound like it's going to be very easy to deal with.
absolutely not. That's why I asked which do you prefer to focus on?
I've heard rumors that seeing a banshee could kill you.
Yeah. Well, but the good graces of whatever luck we have, me, Zoe, and Ada, we managed to scrape by unscarred.
Physically, anyways. Emotionally,
I
maybe not so much.
Spirits are they are something to handle. That's why I have a deep respect in trying to handle getting
Yeah,
it to rest as best as I can.
yeah. That's why we have mandatory trauma therapy.
Oh, that's neat.
With the
Hopefully
things that you guys deal with
Soma
on a
with
regular
her
basis.
eternal one stress point is just like, what? Excuse us?
With the stuff you deal with on a regular basis, I think trauma therapy is a must.
That's so funny. But yeah, I just thought you should know about this information. Personally, I want to deal with this banshee right away. It don't feel right with me to just let that thing wander around in that woods where it could potentially harm other people. And the fact that like that means that spirit might be facing all sorts of like trauma in itself, and I would appreciate to put it down by the rest. But you are the boss lady. Whatever you say goes. I'll follow whatever lead you want me to do. I'm just letting you know what I personally want.
I appreciate that. And I appreciate
Yeah.
the importance of dealing with the Primal Witch.
You're the boss. Might as well be honest with you. He puts on his hat.
So, back with Bastille and Soma. No, not Bastille and Soma. Cole and Soma. Excuse me. So, Cole and Soma. In Kuai, you're about Call and Kuai are about to drift off to sleep to travel to the Dreamlands. Correct? Call Soma.
Essentially, I'm waiting for Koi to fall asleep, and then I'll use Infiltrate Dreams.
Okay. And Soma's going to be casting Nudge Fate.
Yes. So Soma just kind of drops Zeal, who curls up on your on top of you and puts his little tail over his nose.
On top of Call or Kuai?
Cole.
Okay.
Because Cole's the one I'm casting Nudge Fate on.
Okay. So it takes a bit for Kuai to fall asleep because she's a little spooked. She's a little scared. Soma, do you want to try to comfort her at all?
I have diplomacy,
I mean, so do I.
but okay, cool.
I will hold on. I think I actually have something. Let me see. I don't. Okay. I am I'm just going to start brushing her hair. Seems like something that Koi would appreciate as a relaxing thing. I of course ask her. I like pull out a brush and say, "Would this help?"
And she nods.
And I just kind of start brushing her hair and humming.
She says, "Thank you. It's usually easier with Snowy."
Where is she?
Ira is asleep in their room. Yeah, Zeal's a gray and reddish Icone, right?
Yeah.
So, after a bit, Kuai finally drifts off to sleep, and this is where we're going to have a cutscene. The next one to see Lady Fiore is Ira. The lady walks up to her as she finds her sitting in this icy, snowy plain, just staring into a fire. And she says, "You would be Kuai's beloved. What are you doing here, all alone?" says Lady Fiore. As Ira looks up, she sees Darcore floating off just behind her. "So she was right. You are here," says Ira as she stares dejectedly into the fire. "The cold's never really bothered me. Could be my guardian powers, could be my magic. I don't know."
Cold
She
never
says.
bothered me anyway.
And Lady Fiore sits down next to her. "And I hear you and Kuai are to be married. This is wonderful news. I am so happy for you both," the lady says, but Ira says nothing. The lady looks at her with a concerned look. "Are you not happy as well?" she says. Ira looks up at her and says, I am, but is it even right? Is it right for me to be marrying her? Am I right for her? She looks back at the fire. The lady sighs. I have heard of your scrapes with the law in Almana, with that terribly misguided taboo. You know, such taboos do not exist anywhere else in the world, just there. In Olympus, it is widely seen as just as natural as a man and woman. And we Fae have a more fluid perspective on the concept of gender. We have tried our best to guide the humans of Almana over the centuries to a more prosperous future for all, but some in your country have still hold on to misguided and old-fashioned ideals, and it is very troubling and very sad. But allow me to step into the shoes of a fellow human for a moment. I wonder if that is your only hang-up. It is clear you want what is best for Kuai, as do we all. And you want to keep her safe. Such is your obligation as her partner. But is there something more? Please, tell me, what is the matter? Your secrets will be safe with me. The lady says as she waves Darcore off. The shadowy creature disappears into the darkness. Iris sighs. It's true, I still have concerns about that, and I know there are other places we can go to get away from all of that. But the fact remains, I failed to keep her safe. If anything ever happened to her, I don't know what I would do with myself. Am I really right for her? Am I, really? Crystal has been asking me when we would like to do it and where. Kuai doesn't care when and where, Iris says, then laughs, as long as there's lots of flowers. But is it right? Am I right for her? I failed to keep her safe. Not once, but twice. What if I fail again? And something happens to her? Lady Fiore puts an arm around her. Now, I think that is as much her decision as it is yours. Let me ask you, do you want to marry her? The lady says. Ira says, well, yeah, but... The lady stops her. No, but... Yes or no question. And I can tell you, she wants to marry you as well. Marriage is two ways. Any relationship is two ways. If you have concerns, talk to her about it. Let her in. Let her comfort your fears, just as you would comfort hers. This is the way this works. Now I can tell you from observing you two, she's very open with you, and you do very well in comforting her fears and boosting her up. But you seem fairly reserved. You hold back with her. Why is that? Are you really afraid of hurting her? Or getting hurt? Or are you afraid of getting hurt yourself? On the other hand, you haven't fully forgiven your mother, have you? You seem to keep her at arm's length. If I may use the metaphor, you have built this wall of ice around yourself. Not to protect Kuai, but to protect yourself, the lady says. Ira looks at her with a stunned expression. Then turns and looks back at the fire. Your reaction to that tells me all that I need to know. The lady says as she places a hand on hers. Open up to her. Even if it is a little at a time, let her know how you're feeling. Allow her inside. That is how you can be the right person for her. You do that and everything else will work itself out. The lady gets up and walks over to where Darcore disappeared. When you see the others, let them know that Darcore has been taking me from place to place to keep me safe. And remember what I said. Or try to, anyway. Darcore tells me only a select few can even remember their journeys in the Dreamlands. The lady laughs. Thank you, L, for filling Shadow in on all that. Sorry for the longish cutscene there, and we are back with we fade in as Kuai finds herself in the middle of this flowery green clearing in the middle of a forest, and Cole, you follow her into the dream plans, and you end up right next to her in the middle of this green clearing with all these colors of multiple different colors, all these flowers of multiple different colors, and
Well, I provide for the 10 minutes first to provide warning about my appearance.
okay.
I don't need to be attacked on sight by Darcore. Thank you. Like,
Well,
I do not match the environment.
Yeah, the question is, can Kuai find Darcore and Lady Fiore?
We'll find out after these messages.
Now for a message from our sponsor.
L'Oreal, because I'm worth it.
So, Kuai is looking around. She's walking through the forest. She's calling out for Darcore. Hey, Darcore! Darcore! And suddenly, this shadowy, misty creature appears just behind her and says, "Yes." And she's startled for a second, then turns around and sees Darkor. And she says, "You scared me. I've brought a friend. He'll be here in a second. Don't worry about his appearance. He scared me too, but he's okay. He's a friend. Can you take us to Lady Fiore?" Darkor nods. And she calls out for you, Cole.
I mean, if I hear her, like, outside, then I will go into the dreams, but otherwise, I'm not sure if I can hear her, so she might be waiting the 10 minutes anyway.
Yeah. So, you follow her in, and you end up in that same grassy, floral clearing. And you feel very, very out of place here. You're actually kind of wondering to yourself, why haven't the flowers all died? And you hear her calling for you from directly in front of you, deep in the woods.
I did not show up beside her. Strange. He'll slowly start making his way there, but considering he figured he'd be showing up like right next to her, he's gonna stay like watching his surroundings.
How about you make me an occultism check, Cole?
All right. What is the bonus from the Nudge Fate?
So Nudge Fate takes effect if you if a +1 would turn a critical failure into a failure or a failure into a success. So you like roll
Got
normally,
it.
and then Seth adds a +1 if you were one away from just a regular failure or a success.
Yeah.
Got it. Well, with Vision of Foresight, I can call upon the predictions to roll saving throw or skill check and twice and take the better result. So I shall be using that since I can use that every round.
Okay.
Let's see here. Now occultism. So 35.
35. Why does it say 2d20kh?
Because it's roll 2d20, keep the higher result.
Oh.
That's like how it does when you roll twice and you are keeping the higher of the two.
So with 35, you believe that you ended up in that clearing instead of right next to her because that clearing is maybe her safe place? That is where she feels the safest. So in an emergency, you know you can get back there and you'll be able to get out of here.
Got it. He will take a mental note of the surroundings in case he ever needs to relocate this section of the dream world for any reason in the future.
Right.
And then, we'll be making his way towards her voice.
You find her with this shadowy, misty creature with azure colored eyes. And the creature floats over to you. Are you her friend?
Yes.
Very well. I will take you to her. And Darcore turns around and creates this portal. And you follow Darcore inside.
No visible sign of it, but the briefest sigh of relief because he was staring at this being like, do you have to be able to pick me up? Because this cannot end well. You merely adopted the deep, gravelly voice. I was born with it, molded by it.
Someone posted a meme from The Dark Knight Rises.
My voice was so deep that it had its own pit by the time I was just a young age of 8. The pit I live in was nothing compared to the pit my voice resided in.
Wow. Hey, Ellie, are you going to edit that out?
No.
Well, there's the answer. I can't gainsay that.
Okay. So, you follow Darcore and Kuai and through the portal, and you end up on top of this cliff overhang that looks over Kalrun. And Kuai asks, why did he bring her here?
Familiar place.
Darcore says, it is a familiar place to her.
Keeps her at ease. Running emotions can attract unwanted beings.
You are correct. In this case, there is one unwanted being. One, I feel, is following her. He's stalking her like a predator would prey. So you find Lady Fiore here. And the tall Galvaran woman turns around and sees you. And she says, Cauldra, if I remember correctly.
Correct.
Thank you, Kuai, for bringing him here. I have no idea how I got here. The next thing I knew, I awoke in the middle of this nightmarish realm. I believe it was the Nightmare Realm. And Darcore found me.
The specifics are not known, but I believe, or at least our associates, are under the impression the actions were by Zolgoth.
Zolgoth. That would not surprise me. And it also would not surprise me if he were the one who's chasing me now. He is a very, very dangerous man. In any realm. You must watch yourself with him.
Must admit I do not have much experience with him. We believe, or at least I believe, we have a way to get into the realms. The question is if we will then be able to get you out.
That is a very good question. If I may surmise, the way that you believe you can get me out is through a shadow gate, is it not?
It is.
I do know of a shadow gate somewhere in Olympus. It is information that I have been privy to as a noble in the Olympian government.
The knowledge of any location of a shadow gate would be useful. I have not personally used them, but I can only assume they have set points within the dream realm they would bring someone. So the knowledge of more we have, the closer we can get to finding one closest to you.
That is correct. Finding the shadow gate is not going to be easy. You will have to go a little bit south. A bit past the wild. The Shadowgate is close to the border of the Shadowwood. It is somewhere in the Cinder Peaks.
How interesting you have a witch of the woods so conveniently near a shadow gate.
No, that's a different wood. The
Is that
Shadowwood, yeah, the
That's
primal
the ghost
wood is.
one. Yeah,
okay.
the Armor Wood is the Banshee one. The Shadow Wood is the one that's suspected to be haunted and have like. Oh, hold on, let me get my notes.
Okay, sorry, the haunting is what he was referring to.
That's fine.
Yes, I have notes about these things. Anyway, I'll send them to you.
She warns you again. Be careful.
What do you remember prior to your disappearance?
I was in my office. If I got here through a shadow gate, I have no idea how.
Had you received anything? Even a letter?
I've received plenty of hate mail from that fool of an opponent of mine, but
anything that stood out prior to your disappearance?
I don't remember a whole lot. I know that I was in my office. How I ended up going from my office in northern Olympus, on the northern coast of Olympus, all the way to a shadow gate and through a shadow gate on the towards the south part of Olympus, I have no idea. That kind of distance is that is a really long distance, and to travel that distance in that short of a time is astronomical.
I hate to bring things even more preposterous, but as a reminder, you were brought here. Meaning, depending on where you were in the nightmare worlds, you could have been brought to a separate shadow gate from that one. Meaning it could be even further away. Or closer.
The way the shadow gates work is they can any one of them can go to any plane. I ended up in the nightmare realm. But you could just as easily use the same shadow gate to get to the dream plane. You could just as easily use the same shadow gate to supposedly get to Gravitana, which is another planet in our solar system.
But when you were in the nightmare realm, did you recognize your surroundings?
No.
That is what I'm referring to. Because we do not know what your surroundings were, we do not know if it was linked to the one in Olympus you know of.
I am not an expert on shadow gates. The true expert on shadow gates is Kyrene. She knows more about them than anyone in the world. They even know more about them than anyone in the multiverse.
He certainly doesn't know more than Zolgoth.
That may be true. How he managed to pull this off, I have no idea. Unless for some forsaken reason there happens to be a shadow gate in the Olympus, inside the Evergreen City government building. I have no idea how he managed to pull this off. That may be sending like alarm bells in your head. Like, wait a second, could there be? And at that moment, this whole time, Kuai has been kind of standing like to the back. You get the sense that she's kind of afraid of heights, so she seems to be standing away from the cliff. And Soba, you're sitting in the room with them. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm sitting by where they are sleeping. I'm just watching them sleep, you know, totally normally.
Yeah.
That's not
Regular
creepy at
days.
all.
And they just
And Soba, as you're, maybe looking through some books and looking up every now and then, suddenly you see Kuai is like starting to squirm a bit, and it kind of looks like she's having a nightmare. And Cole, you suddenly hear this scream behind you. And as you turn around, you find her gone. You know Kuai was standing back next to the rock wall. Now she's gone.
I must go.
And Darcore is looking around, and he says, "He's here."
Just to make sure, he'll glance over the cliff. Anything down there?
No. No.
Okay. A quick
Darcore
place to hide is right under a cliff.
Darcore says, "Hold on." And he's standing there. He's closed his eyes.
I may waste as more time he'll have before I get her out.
She's in the nightmare realm.
And I can wake her.
He got to her.
I can wake her.
No, you can't. I will take you to her. He creates a portal. get to her quickly.
You'll
I will
go
get-
through the portal.
Be careful. And so man, at this point, Kuai is like full on squirming and shaking. What do you do?
I am I think like at first I try to soothe her. Just like gentle, trying to like brush her hair, try and see if I can soothe her. And if that doesn't work after like a short period of time, I will look over at Cole and see how he is, like what he is doing. Does he seem close to wakefulness, or is he also having a nightmare? What's going on over there?
I think he's probably at this point very calm and not really moving.
I think I will. What time is it? Is it still the middle of the night, or has it been a couple of hours?
Yeah, it's about getting close to around 3 a.m.
Okay. Is Kyrene staying in this place with us?
Yes.
I'm going to nudge Zeal and get him to go get Kyrene. To go wake Kyrene and get her. And then I will transfer.
Yeah, what?
I am going to transfer my nudge fate to Kuai to see if I
Okay.
can just like help her out with whatever she's struggling with.
Okay. So Zeal hops down, prances out of the room, and runs down the hallway. And about a minute later, Zeal comes back with not just Kyrene, but Ira as well.
Good.
And Ira, not even, she doesn't even wait. She doesn't even ask. She rushes to Kuai's side. And she yells, "What happened? What's going on?"
They are simply supposed to be in the dream realm. But she has started very clearly having some kind of nightmare. Cool. Either he is the most has the most sang-froid of any person I have ever known, or he is not with her. They found Lady Fiore.
Or it's both.
Comme ci, comme ça.
Ira is trying to shake her awake, and
I
Kuai's
will
not
stop
waking.
her. If she starts trying to shake her, I will stop her and just say, in this state, I do not think it would be safe to wake her like that.
What do we do?
I turned to Kyrene. It's why I asked her. I sent Zeal to get her.
Kyrene comes over and says, "I can maybe go into her mind." And she stops. I sense him. Zolgoth got to her. And now we flash to Kuai. And Kuai is in the bowels of the ship. And she's not the 20-year-old self that you know her to be. She's like a little child. She's like 3 or 4. And she's in the bowels of the ship and she's coughing. There's smoke billowing all over the place. And she sees fire. And she is calling for her parents. She's calling for Fuzzy. Fuzzy! Fuzzy! Where are you, Fuzzy? And this big grizzless comes pounding through her bedroom door. And it kind of growls at her, and she it seems to understand it, and she gets up on top of this grizzless, and she says, "Fuzzy, let's go. Let's find Mom and Dad." And the grizzless starts running through the hallway as fire is blazing all around. And Cauldra, you appear in the middle of this ship that is on fire.
Cool. I'm a head in.
You head in, and you hear a taunting voice.
A question as he's heading in. Is there, like... I'm not looking for, like, a massive monster of a tree, but, like, a decently sized tree, like, on the way.
No,
or boulder.
You're on a boat.
Well, even, like, on his way through the portal, could he have grabbed one?
No.
And yes, I say grabbed one because he has the belt of...
You would have had to you would have had to have grabbed one before you headed into the portal to where you found Lady Fiore.
Yes, legitimately, this was a... Oh.
Because where you found Lady Fiore was up on a cliff.
Okay, no boulders or trees.
You saw a big boulder there, yeah.
I'll grab boulder. I've got the lifting belt. I can lift something up to 8 bulk without it weighing anything to me.
Okay, so you picked up a boulder on your way through.
Yeah, and he's just like, as soon as he sees the ship in fire, he is going to huck it to make an entrance.
And as you appear here, you hear this taunting voice. Isn't it so funny? She's still afraid of fire. It is so amusing how easy it is to scare her half out of her wits.
Truly gives him no response.
Oh, tough crowd. No matter. I get plenty of entertainment watching the little girl squirm. Do you know where this is?
I assume it's, no, that was a temple. Does he know where it is?
This is a ship in the middle of the ocean. She was on a cruise with her family.
Oh.
When yours truly came to get her. And well, that got in the way, he says, as this Grizzless, with her on its back, her as a child, comes pounding up the stairs up onto the deck. Her little pet. And the rest is history. With her little pet, her little pet took her to the islands, and she ended up growing up alone in a little forest in Moona. All alone except for her little pet.
It's weird one would want to replay their failures.
Is it my failures or is it my greatest hits?
You failed to kill a child.
Touche. Touche.
And yeah, but he's just trying to barrel through towards now, this grizzly, like, is this something he recognizes, or
It's her grizzless. Her big it's a big grizzly bear, and it's her grizzless. She calls it Fuzzy.
okay, I was just making sure it's something he had also seen before.
Yeah, you've seen it plenty.
Cool.
It's
if
like
she's
her-
on the back of it, he's charging towards it.
Yeah. It's like her special friend.
Because this thing is not moving fast enough. So once he gets to the Grizzless, he is fully intending to pick it up and carry it and her just out of the ship.
Okay. You pick it up and carry it and her and jump off the ship. And you hear Zolgoth call after you. Oh, you know it's going to be a long swim.
Is the portal still there that he had come through?
No.
Can he see any ground whatsoever?
No. Take
That's
her,
from something
take her
else.
wherever you can. You know I will find her. Anywhere you leave her, I'll always find her.
Is he under the impression if he uses his anti-magic aura now it would affect her?
Yes.
Okay. Then he will utilize such now to get her out of the nightmare.
As you do that, Kyrene suddenly appears on the ship, and she sends a bolt of psychic energy directly at Zolgoth. That stung. Biatch of a woman. And you suddenly awaken. And Kuai awakens as well. And after a moment, Kyrene opens her eyes. Kyrene had,
if even
basically
a round
entered.
passes, he was going to use his Dreamwalker thing on her neck.
Yeah, Kyrene had basically entered her mind through psionic powers.
Yeah.
And she says, Ira, keep her close. Zolgoth is not going to give up very easily. And Iris says, "Oh, Kyrene, I'm not going to let her out of my sight again." And Kyrene replies, "Good."
Are you able to enter her dreams?
Yes, I can enter her dreams. I can enter her mind.
Just
Zolgoth.
verifying.
Zolgoth is a very dangerous man. I'm sure I don't need to tell you that.
Do you have knowledge of where she starts in the drain well?
I would suspect, knowing her, it's probably her safe space, and probably the clearing where she spent a large amount of her life. This forest clearing on the island of Maona.
Do you have the means to either put an object there or a replica of an object there?
An object
Correct.
in Maona?
In her safe place.
In her safe place in her dreams.
Correct.
It's something I can attempt. I've never really tried it, but it's something I could certainly try.
At some point, if possible, I would like it back. But for now, and he will pull out a weapon called a vine whip, which when you plant it, it animates and can attack things at command of the user. And will basically instruct you plant it in the garden as like a makeshift defense system that can give them time should Zolgoth reappear.
Soma, do you have anything to add?
Not in the middle of the night, no.
Would this work in the dreamscape?
Abilities and objects work just as well as they do in real life.
I've never attempted it before, but I could certainly try.
I threw a boulder at a ship just fine.
Yes, it's very disturbing that he would bring her there.
The better question is, what is it that he wants access to?
I think it's memories. She has memories of, I think, has something to do with his plans.
There's possibility she encountered something that she does not remember.
For a very long time, I thought the entity that had attacked her on that ship was a transdimensional entity I know of called Rays. But it actually wasn't him at all.
What made you believe this?
Oh, because it's definitely something Rays would do.
But she did not have signs of encountering rays.
You know, actually, she did. When I first entered her mind, I saw a shadow that looked very suspiciously like Rays. Turns out it wasn't actually Rays. It was Zolgoth in one of his previous personas.
Then perhaps Zolgoth is looking for the true rays. And at some point she encountered him, and is hoping to use that information to find them.
Whatever his plan is, I think it has something to do with the Shadow Gates.
There is one in Olympus.
Yes, actually there's three in Olympus.
The closest one to the city would be the best. That is how we will get to Lady Fiore.
The closest one to the city that I know of is something of inaccessible. The closest one that you can access happens to be in the middle of the wild. But I wouldn't go there.
Woods.
I wouldn't go to the wild if I were you.
What about the Shadow Woods?
That is a very long distance to the south.
How did Lady Fiore get pulled into the Dreamlands?
She does not know.
Is
It is very likely that she was pulled through a shadow gate.
Indeed,
It might be
but
worth our while to look at the building, at the government building.
That is why. That is why. One of those shadow gates is inaccessible because it is actually deep under the government building. Don't ask me how I know this. The Olympian government wouldn't be very happy with me telling you about it.
and they would not allow us access for helping an official.
Especially considering that clearly somebody has access.
Most likely not, because you're not supposed to know about it.
So you ask.
I could certainly try. But at this rate, I might have a better chance of convincing the Vikaran in Highwind to let you access their Shadow Gate in the labyrinth under Snowtop City.
Whichever you decide, do it with the knowledge that Zolgoth knows where she is.
Oh. I think that's not going to be a problem. I think As long as Kuai keeps dreaming, he's going to be going towards her.
You guys have expressed to me that he's gone for multiple things at once before.
That is true. That is very true, except in the dream planes, he's only able to project himself once.
That is all he needs for 2 targets.
No, I mean, he can only project a single version of himself into the dream planes, into the dreamlands.
And how do you know he is not physically there?
We did see him go through that shadow gate.
Yes, you did. Yes, we did. Zolgoth has pulled fast ones on me before. I mean, frankly, I'm surprised he hasn't tried to invade my dreams with snakes.
Does Lady Fiore know of the gate below the city?
She should.
So if nothing else, we simply tell them she told us. It's not inaccurate to say she told us of a shadow gate.
That is true. In the morning, I'll prance up to the Olympian government building and see if I can talk to my contacts there. And I would suggest you all try to get some sleep. Try being the key word. And that is where I think we will take a 5-minute break. So we can all use the restroom and such like that. We'll be right back in 5 minutes. And we are back. Before the break, you guys were chatting with Kyrene about how you can access a shadow gate that is possibly underneath the city.
I was looking forward to going to the Shadowwood personally.
I mean, yeah, it sounds like it rules.
Yeah. Haunted place, perfect.
So, Rat, I think you've probably been asleep this whole time.
He's been showing me, like, the cartoon, and just like the thought bubble that pops up in his head is him just like, I guess walking the countryside, exploring the desert, stuff like that. I'm guessing, I don't know.
Yeah.
Lassoing an
Cowboy things.
unruly spirit.
Yeah.
And Soba, I think, is very, very tired at this point. Am I right?
Soma is going to go to bed.
Yeah. Soma's going to go to bed. Is Cauldra going to go to bed?
Yeah, he'll go back to bed.
And Kuai will follow Ira, go back to their room. And Kyrene says goodnight to everyone. And says, don't let Zolgoth bite. It's not don't let the bed bugs bite, it's don't let Zolgoth bite. So, the next morning, it is the beginning of the championship games, and we fade in as Aridel Ariane is fighting her opponent in the middle of this. It's kind of this arena is kind of more of a tree based arena. That it's got trees all over it. It's kind of like a forest arena, and she is dealing with an opponent who is hiding about in the shadows.
That's so cool.
And Rat, did you actually join the championship games?
Yeah. I signed up for both the Mystimon fight and Rad and Ida signed up to fight together.
Okay.
And then Cauldra had signed up.
Yeah, Cauldra signed up. Cauldra,
Yeah.
did you sign up with a partner?
He would have been willing to, but I don't know that was offered, or he would have known who to partner with at the time. So I think he had signed up solo, unless someone wanted to partner with him.
Okay, so the first bout, your first bout, Rat, is against Zoe.
Oh, goodness gracious. All right. Throw me into the. Alrighty. So, what I imagine right now. Oh, sorry.
I was going to ask, can Bass still sign up for the Mystimon if his summon isn't a Mystimon?
No.
Okay. Worth a shot.
Let's see here. I need to find the notes.
Yeah. I'm just imagining hearing the whistle and then the wah, wah. Or I messed that up, but the Western thing that plays, remember, uh, essentially a gunfight is going to play. That's what I imagine. Yeah, a
Like that one.
tumbleweed. Yeah, a
So
tumbleweed goes by. This is all just
there's
in Rat's
Zoe,
imagination.
and there's Rat. Rat, what was your Mystimon again?
It's a rifle. I didn't name it. I will name it right now. It is now called Bad.
What's your Wraithlin? Okay.
Yeah, my Wraithlin is now called Bad.
Okay.
Why not?
Zoe, go ahead and choose your Mystimon.
It's Zoe, Crackerjack, and Prettyfoot, because it's a team of 3, right?
Well, unfortunately, Rat only has one.
Well, that's his lookout.
I didn't realize it was gonna. I didn't realize it was gonna be 3. I thought it was just 1.
Oh, Zoe also has Brigadier.
No, Brigadier doesn't fight. Brigadier is supervising. He's the manager.
Brigadier is a Dako.
It is the Brigadier also.
The Brigadier is a Dako. Crackerjack is a Cheeterex. And,
and Prettyfoot is a
Jogunda.
Megarock.
You have Jogunda as well, and you also have Prettyfoot as a Megarox.
Yeah. Joganda doesn't fit the theme. She's hanging out.
Okay,
she's
so
hanging out with the Brigadier.
So choose your Mystimon.
No, I
What?
mean I was serious. Yeah, the last time when we were talking about team makeup, you did say it was 3. 3 per team. Is that
It
not
might
the
be one
case
at a
for-
time still,
Is it one at a time still? Like
like
in this
Pokemon
case,
rules.
in this case, it is usually 3 out of 3, but
Oh,
Rat only
I
has
missed that
one.
memo. My bad.
and I'm saying that's not my fault.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just kind of all. I would have switched the board, but unfortunately, a fire.
I did also have a question regarding entering as a Mystimon summoner. Could Bastille potentially lie to them and convince them his Eidolon is a Mystimon? Since they are only vaguely known by common people.
Is it possible for me to borrow that Bastille's Mystimon?
No, he's entering with his own summon. If he can.
Oh,
It's only one summon, but it'd be very funny if he just enters with, like, a shadow being of himself.
Okay, so
I'll make a deception check for it.
give me 1 second there, Rat. As I
now would it be possible for me to like quickly borrow a Mystimon?
you borrow a Kuai's Grizzlies.
Okay, can I borrow
You can borrow the
crystals?
Joganda.
Oh, what are you doing?
And you can borrow Kuai's Hummer.
I mean, if Zoe will allow me, be like, hey, Zoe, I didn't realize this was gonna be 3. I was originally gonna go hunt more, but then I woke up late and I was like, oh no. So I'm like, think I can borrow that Joganda of yours?
I'm gonna turn to the Joganda, who's just kind of curled up, doing the like boa thing, you know, where they like
Yeah.
are where they do that flop over a like a tree branch, and
Yeah.
just kind of look at her and be like, do you want to? This is
Is
your call.
that okay with you? I mean, Kuai let me borrow her little pals. I think it'll be mighty rude of me to borrow more than one.
As you say that, Fuzzy snaps at you.
I was gonna say, little pals, he says, while a grizzly bear stands behind him.
Wait, so you are borrowing the Grizzless. So you have a Grizzless and the Wraithlin. You're fine.
It's a team of 3, but okay. It's a rotation battle.
You're the third, right? I guess so. This is my question. As a summoner, like
it's 3
Zoe is
Mystimon.
involved.
It's 3 Mystimon plus you.
Yeah. It's a
okay. This was never explained. I want to be very clear. This was never explained. My team is built like we are professional wrestlers. Zoe is included.
Oh no, yeah, no.
So,
I was thinking of triple battles from
this
Pokemon.
was never, yeah. I was like, this is, that the person is a part of the team. Because I wasn't planning on, Seth, everything you have ever said has been to divorce this from Pokemon. So I was not assuming this was Pokemon rules.
I was thinking of a triple battle, like in my mind.
It's 3 plus you.
I thought it was 3v3, and
it's essentially 4v4 if you want to be super technical.
Okay, but I guess then, no, okay. We need to know if we are going to do this, we need to know the rules beforehand, is what I am saying here. Because I don't know what the rules for this are, and was building this as if you had the essentially all that was described was
it's a team of 3 Mystimon plus you as the summoner. So essentially 4v4 if you want to be super technical. And yes, you can.
Is it
fight
1v1
along with them
at a time, or is it a melee?
It's essentially a melee.
It is a melee. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's 4v4 in a melee.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the Brigadier can't fight because the Brigadier is a pet.
Oh, so you need a Joconda.
Yeah. So if we're doing 4v4, I need the Joconda. I'm willing to do 3v3 because that is how this character was initially built.
All right, then I'm gonna.
That was what I first heard was the context of what this was.
Okay.
Yeah. Then I will ask Kuai and be like, Kuai, you got any other pals, any Mystimons that I can borrow?
And Kuai summons Hummer.
Huh?
It's this little hummingbird.
Thank you very much, Kuai. You're the best. You're the best a pal can ever ask for. Tips hat. Is it possible for me to borrow one of the crystals, like evolution of Wraith? I forgot what it's called.
You mean Crystal Spooklar?
Oh yeah.
Crystal is just cracking up and says, "No, you're fine. This is hilarious."
Oh, how come? And then Bat just comes out of my shadow.
No, you're totally fine. This is hilarious.
What do you mean? The fact that I'm very underprepared for everything that I always seem to go through? Absolutely, and I hate it.
No, it's hilarious that you're going to be using a Hummer.
Oh. Well, beggars can't be choosers.
Yep.
Anyways, you know what? I believe in this little guy. Us little guys, we gotta stick together. He tips his hat towards the Hummer.
Yeah, and the Hummer is buzzes around your head. It is like making little bird sounds.
I mean,
And then-
traditionally, hummingbirds do want to fight everything.
I did
Whether
not
they
know
succeed
that.
is the different story.
I did not know that.
Hummingbirds are extraordinarily aggressive.
I did not know that. I learn something new every day.
And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe.
And then we
5
have
pounds of aggression in a 1 ounce bag.
Not a sponsor.
now where's the
But can be. But can be.
At this point, I don't think I really want to deal with Hasbro. So,
Pickers can't be choosers.
go ahead and pull out all of your Mystimon, Zoe.
Where's the spook bar? I mean, spook bar. Oh, I'm terrible.
Spooklar is somewhere.
Okay, thank you.
Zoe, you look up and you see Spooklar kind of snickering from the very top of this big post. And that's like sitting towards the sitting over it's sitting over the stands.
Actual image of Rat about to battle.
No. Listen, that is undertrained. He's just been my little buddy this entire. I've met him for like about like an hour. If we talked for like an hour, and then I went to bed, and then I woke up, and then he's just like, "Oh crap, that's today."
So, Zoe, all of your Mystimon are in the Hidden Archives companions.
Yeah,
folder?
I've got them all open. Don't worry. I can't see anything else on this screen, but the Mystimon are here.
You can't see anything else on the screen. What?
No,
Because-
I'm
well,
joking.
because
I
of
have 4
how many
windows. I have
sheets are
4
open.
little windows open. Yeah. So everything else is covered.
I understand. I've got 3 sheets up, so I get it.
Yep.
I just have the one smiles.
I can go ahead and put them on there. Crackerjack. There. Prettyfoot. There.
Oh, are we on a battle map? Because I can't
Yep.
see through all of my windows.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
now it is all
We're on a battle map.
gray.
And Joganda there.
Now, if Basto can convince them that his Eidolon is a Mystimon to enter, as far as the others, he'll get them from the ranch. If he can.
And I'm also going to make sure everyone can see this. So I'm going to put Bastille here. And really, that's all I have to worry about right now. So, Bastille, so you should see you should be able to see everything now.
Cool. Well, I mean, I see a gray map, if that's what you're talking about.
Can you see all the tokens?
I see the tokens, yeah. I just wasn't sure if you had, like, an arena map for this.
I can
Jogan
work
doesn't
on that
have support.
next time. I can work on that next time.
No problem.
Oh.
Was just clarifying in case it wasn't supposed to be gray for us. 'Cause, you know, bugs happen.
I forgot to do something.
You monster. Are we gonna have time for the tournament, though? And the...
We have time for a little battle, at least.
Yeah.
Oh, I more meant,
battle.
like, in general, like, the tournament sequence and the retrieving Lady Fiore with 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 to 5 sessions left at most.
I think something's gonna happen.
In the season, you mean?
Correct.
Not tonight.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
something's gonna happen.
Don't
I don't know what's
worry,
gonna
we're all
happen.
going to get sucked into the nightmare plane.
Yeah,
Maybe.
it's listen. The red is he's fine with dealing ghosts, but with magic stuff, he is terrified of that.
You don't
So,
want to go to the nightmare room?
let's do this. Let's add to the
4v4.
combat tracker.
No, there's a spooklar.
Boop, boop, boo. Here we go. And let's just roll them all.
So, are the people that own the Mystimon, is our stuff there just to, like, are we there to help out as well and fight? Or are we
Yes.
just there to give
Yes.
orders? Okay.
Someone rolled very poorly, but that's fine. That is totally okay. And we are going to start round 1 of the
Round
first
1.
match of the championship games. And we're going to start off with Wraithlin.
All right, Bat.
Round 1. Fight.
Yeah, Bat. I want you to go after this. Why don't you go after Cole? You're gonna go over there, buddy. Oh, let me check its movement speed. It has a movement speed. Apologies.
Oh, you're totally fine. Don't worry, this is going to be really slow because I'm also going to be learning
Oh, it's
to
40.
use every
Okay.
single one of these creatures.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow, that's
while you-
just enough. Oh yeah, what do you want to say? Sorry.
No, keep going. You're good.
Then Bat is gonna do a little. He's gonna smack Cora with his little hand.
I just love this name as Bat. It's so cute every time. Rat and Bat.
Yeah, it comes
If
out
you
of
get
his
another
chest.
one, you have to name it Matt.
Yeah, sure.
If you find a Nako, it's just named Cat.
If you have a Mystimon that's got a counterattack move, you have to tell them use tit for tat.
Hey.
Alrighty. Does that go through Cora's armor?
27, yes. Yes, the 27.
Alrighty.
Cora the Jagunda.
Alright, so Bat just smacked it in the face. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so Wraithlin moved over and it floated over towards Jogunda the snake, Cora, and it lashes out with a spectral hand and deals 14 points of damage.
Dun, dun, dun.
14
Like,
void
"What?"
damage. 14
Good
void
job,
damage.
Bat. Now go on. Now go on. Do something. This is my first time. I don't know. And for its last action, it's gonna map.
Go on, kid! Bat flies out.
And it lashes out with another spectral hand, and that's a
Is that it?
26. Does that
Is that
hit?
-5, right?
Yeah, that's a
Because of
map.
the second attack
It's right there.
penalty?
It's
right there.
already included that.
Oh, it's already included? Okay, I couldn't see that. Oh, there we go. I
Right.
see. Yeah, 26 hits.
Oh, you know what, Bat? I might just call you Bat the Slick. Your hands are mighty slick. because it's just been
And
slapping
that's
this thing.
it deals 12 points of void damage.
Bat's gonna lay him out flat.
Exactly.
There we go. Minus 12. Yes.
And Spectral Hand also has another effect. Drain life. When the Wraithlin damages a living creature with its Spectral Hand, the Wraithlin gains 5 temporary hit points, and the creature must succeed at a DC 23 Fortitude save or become drained 1.
Oh my goodness.
Do either of those stack?
So,
okay. Hold on one moment. Oh, you rolled that for me?
Yep.
Okay. One moment.
And
though.
it's a success.
That is a separate question. So this is just this is actually a completely separate question that I just realized. Because I am a Mystimon summoner, I actually no, this is just a summoner thing. Actually no, I think it is Mystimon summoner. I have an additional summon slot and may summon 1 additional Mystimon companion. Is that Mystimon companion also an Eidolon? Like, does it follow the Eidolon rules?
No.
Okay, good.
Only
Because
Crackerjack.
that would be splitting a lot of health.
yeah, that's only Crackerjack.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Just wanted to check that.
So Cora is safe, but the Wraithlin still gets a bunch of temporary hit points.
Yep. Let me add that in. That is 10 hit points.
Yeah.
Because it's direct hit 2 times. Thank you.
Yeah. Should actually roll the second Fortitude save. And it's good.
Okay.
So, that is Bat's turn. Alex. Rat, it's your turn.
Rats.
Rat, it's your turn.
All right.
When Alex showed up in the in the round tracker, I was like, "Who's that?"
That's me. That's me.
And then I realized
It's the janitor.
So, what is Rat going to do?
He has a gun. He's gonna pew something.
Rat has a gun. Somebody
I
call
mean-
911.
I'm gonna shoot something.
What made Rat snap? Was he tired of Bastille's crap?
Oh, I could go up here.
What Bastille even do? He taking strays and he hasn't even talked today.
So first action.
That's
moves up
a very
here.
good question. What is Bastille doing?
Well, I
Yeah,
still haven't
he-
got an answer on if I can deception my way into have my summon count as an Eidolon.
So I'm gonna shoot.
Go ahead and
pretty
try
quick.
that. Go ahead and try that, Bastille. Go ahead and roll a deception check.
Will do.
So Rat's gonna take out like this thing that looks like a pile of junk just cobbled up together, and he's gonna put in like a bunch of knives and stuff inside it. And he's gonna shoot Pretty Foot.
Okay. So that is a 29 on your deception check, Bastille.
Right.
Tell me, the person at the desk asks you, okay, what Mystimon is that?
Is there a Mystimon that can like enter the shadows or replicate the shadows of people?
Wraithlin, right?
No.
Then he'll tell him it's a Wraithlin.
That would be Shays.
Oh,
It would be
he'll tell him
Shays.
it's a shade.
Shays with a Z.
Just shades.
Shays with a Z.
Shades.
Right there.
No,
Just-
I think it was so funny.
Just blank face staring at him.
Okay.
The snake just told that to you.
He is actually technically putting himself at a disadvantage since he shares health
So,
with it.
29. 29 to tell this guy this is a shaze.
Like a
The guy
chaise
looks
lounge?
at the guy looks at you, and then back at your Eidolon, and then back at you, and then back at your Eidolon, and he says, "Okay."
And then, yeah, I will
You-
try and gather the rest of my Mystimon from... I'll see if Kyrene has ones I can borrow.
Kyrene only has a Nyoko.
Well, we'll check what's at the ranch.
PC.
Goes to find the Hydreigon. I contract you for the ultimate battle. Brings a legendary Mystimon to the fight.
This is the one time we see Bastille actually show
if you want to
emotion.
try to bring a legendary Mystimon to the fight, you might want to try asking Ira if you could borrow Freslor.
Yeah, he'll do it.
He'll do it. He'll go ask Ira if you could borrow her Freslor.
He asked the king questions point blank. You think he won't ask Ira to borrow Freslor?
Zeal off on the sidelines, just looking more and more like droopy as everyone else's Mystimon get invited to the party.
I mean, would you have allowed Zeal to fight for Rat?
Can Zeal fight?
Yeah, I thought Zeal was more of a pet instead of a Mystimon.
Yeah, poor Zeal. Why doesn't Zeal get invited?
I thought Zeal was a pet this entire time.
No.
Yeah, he's an
Zeal's a familiar.
Oh, okay.
So, you fired a gun, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah. I was shot pretty foot with a bunch of shit out.
It's a one on the done. It is a one on the die. And we pull a card from the fumble deck. And oh my. So what happened here is the gun blew back on you. It backfired on you. And you take... This is hilarious. You take 1d4 bleed from a backfire.
You know what? That makes sense. It's Goblin technology.
Yes, totally makes sense. And that's why you should not give Rat a gun.
No. Oh.
Need I remind you of the time you shot Ron in the butt?
Do I hit damage? Or does it automatically roll for me? Or I have to roll for it?
It hits you. It backfired on you.
Oh yeah, I know. Do
No,
I hit
mean,
the
just
damage on the
click
bleed?
yeah.
Do I click damage on the bleed?
It will automatically
himself.
it will automatically apply that at the end of your turn.
Oh, sick. Thank you. Anyways, I'm gonna reload on my gun, and that's all. Yeah, move, shoot, and reload. Yeah,
Yep.
that's my end of my turn. That's all I got.
It should have applied it.
That's weird.
So, Crackerjack.
So actually, a question. Because Crackerjack is my Eidolon, for this, are Eidolon rules applying?
Yes.
Or,
Yes.
so Crackerjack should go on my turn, right? And not have his own turn?
Yes, that is correct, actually.
Okay.
So, it will be Hummer. Hummer! The aggressive hummingbird. Actually, it's more of a really, really, really sweet hummingbird.
Time to
This
show off
Hummer
your bloodshed.
this Hummer has a very sweet disposition.
Oh, that's cute. Now kill this thing. Kill Prettyfoot.
Still Prettyfoot. It buzzes over to Prettyfoot. And it uses soothing song.
Oh, that's adorable.
And it beats its wings rapidly, creating a soothing song and healing allies nearby.
It's healing Prettyfoot?
I don't do any damage to it.
It
I was hoping it would be like trying to basically cast sleep on it.
allies within 30 feet heal 2 hit points. So it heals the Wraithlet, it heals Rat, it heals... That's adorable. And that's Hummer's turn. Prettyfoot. Prettyfoot the Mega Rocks. Mega Rocks is this big, burly, saber-toothed tiger creature.
Okay, so sorry, it wasn't letting me click. Who got healed by one
Everyone.
But-
HP? Oh wait, no, didn't take any damage, so we're fine. Never mind.
It might have healed Cora.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like, I got healed by two.
So what I want to emphasize, and I should have done this before we started, so it's Seth, if you want to say no, I can't do this, it's fine. Prettyfoot is actually Zoe's mount. So
Okay.
Zoe is riding Prettyfoot.
Okay, that is totally fine.
So if we're here just for the movement, I think it still would have. Okay.
There you go.
Okay, but while because it's Prettyfoot's turn, Prettyfoot is going to pounce on Rat.
Okay,
Pounce
good.
on Rat.
Okay, good. I thought you
So
were
he
going
strides and pounces on Rat. So that is a Fang Strike.
It's a critical hit. Let's see, what does it bring up? It is piercing, and it's right in the ear. It got you in the ear. It got
take
you in the
24 piercing
ear.
damage with Prettyfoot's first action.
So
how many
you're
actions
deafened.
does Prettyfoot have?
Rat is deafened.
For this, does Prettyfoot get the regular 3 action economy?
Yes.
Okay. Prettyfoot's next action is going to be to attempt to grab you. So I have to grapple you. So your fortitude DC, do a athletics check against your fortitude DC. 32.
As Prettyfoot is chomping on Rat's ear.
Which is probably, considering the relative sizes, is probably just rat's whole head.
Yeah.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Do I roll?
And Prettyfoot has grappled
No, it's-
grappled rat.
What is your fortitude DC?
Oh, let me see that.
29.
Oh, thank you.
29. Okay.
So you've grappled.
So you are grappled. And then
So you have Prettyfoot has rat's head in its mouth.
and is going to pierce armor. So
Pierce
Fang
armor.
Strike,
Ouch.
which is another one here. Oh, this might not hit.
Ouch.
21.
Misses.
Does that hit?
21 misses.
Okay. So tries to basically chomp down on you, but your armor is too strong. And
I don't
resists
wear
the chomp.
I don't wear armor. I just have clothes.
Your clothing gets caught in his teeth.
So
He goes to chomp down the clothing, like one of like your scarf or the like kerchief that you wear gets like caught in between one of the big fangs and the other like teeth in front, and instead Prettyfoot starts doing like a mlem and is just like scraping your face with his big tongue as he tries to get your kerchief out of his teeth.
So
Anyway, that's Prettyfoot.
as Prettyfoot is having a snack out of rat, it is Zoe's turn.
Alrighty. Zoe is going to act together with Crackerjack, which I need to go find my actions because everything's too small. Here we go. Is going to act together. So either you or your Eidolon takes an action or activity using the same number of actions as act together, and the other takes a single action. So I'm going to take one action to act to wait, hold on. Yeah, one action to act together and boost Eidolon, which also applies to Joganda and whatchamacallit, because it's my summons. This is a special Mystimon summoner thing. Prettyfoot. Yes, thank you. My brain, I have been spending so much time trying to remember how this action economy would work with so many critters that my brain can only store so many nouns at once. And then Crackerjack is going to you know what? Crackerjack's going to fire charge. I think Crackerjack, let's see. How many? Where's my distance? How far can I go? How far can I move? Where does this live? 30 feet. Is going to fire charge the Grizzless.
Okay. Fire charge Grizzless.
Twice and then strikes. I guess it's this. I just have. Oh, here we go. Fire charge. There we go. But it's a +2. I forgot to add the boost. Right? Status. Oh no, status bonus to damage.
That is a hit.
29. Does a 29 hit the Grizzless? Okay.
That's actually a critical success. That's a crit.
Oh.
As a critical hit.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, so I click critical. Right. There we go. And then it is Eidolon weapon specialization.
So Crackerjack is using Fire Strike. He lunges forward towards Grizzless and smashes right into Grizzless's chest.
This +2, so 24 fire damage, I guess. Fire damage?
Yep. Double.
Yeah, goes.
Oh.
Ouch.
Oh God! Really? No, it already. I clicked the 2. I think it's 44. I think it's already did the 2
Yeah,
times.
Grizzlies is near death. Grizzlies is it looks really, really hurt. And you hear Kuai screaming from the stands, Fuzzy! No!
You monster.
Well, who brought this? Who brought the Grizzlies in here?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't say who I was calling a monster.
And someone just posted another meme. If you guys want, if you guys want to see Soma's memes, please join the Discord. You'll find the link in the description, or actually on our channel somewhere. I need to make that more visible.
Okay, that's our turn.
That's her turn.
That's our turn.
That's your turn. Okay. So Grizzlies gets to attack back. And Grizzlies roars at Crackerjack and lashes out at Crackerjack with its big claws.
Oh.
And that's 18. That is probably a miss.
Not hit. No.
That's a 2.
That does not hit.
Cheetah Rex's AC is 31.
That is a critical miss. So the claw just brushes right over Crackerjack's head. 22, that's also a miss.
Oh, no, poor Fuzzy.
So Fuzzy, I think, is now going to run away. Move over there.
You know what? I understand, big boy. I would too.
And you hear Kuai from the stands yell, "Fire bad!"
Oh, yeah, I just realized.
It's Cora.
Fire.
I just realized you just gave it a PTSD attack, you monster.
Cora, it's Cora's turn.
How has Mita not stopped this tournament yet?
Blood sports. Okay, Cora is going to try to hold on, let me double check the strike that lists grab. Okay. Cora is going to try to strike at the Wraithlin. 30 to hit.
That does hit.
Okay. Damage. No, click the damage. Thank you.
So
16.
Cora lunges at the Wraithlin with its jaws. It's just lashing out like a normal snake would. Jogunda is like a boa snake. So it's a big snake. It's like 20 feet long.
And then she's going to try and grab. I don't know if this is going to work on a ghost.
It may or may not. Who knows?
I don't know either.
Oops, I don't know why I just sent athletics to the chat.
The Wraithlin just took some damage.
And this is the if this is even impossible, it is a 24 to grapple the Wraithlin.
24 to grapple the Wraithlin.
It's incorporeal. So
immunities, death effects, disease, paralyzed, poison, precision, unconscious. No, you can grapple it.
Oh,
It's immune to being knocked out, but I can grapple it.
that's funny. Oh yeah,
You can grapple a
succeed.
ghost.
You succeed. That the fort save is it's
So
18.
the wraithlet is
Okay.
is grabbed.
Yep.
Is Wraithlin a medium or smaller creature?
It is medium.
It is a medium, yeah.
Alrighty.
And
I'm going
its
to
fort
wrap,
save is 18, so yeah, that it's grappled.
grappled and now wrapped in coils because it had basically she basically grabbed you with her mouth, and now she wrapped her whole body around you and released the fangs, and is now you're wrapped in the Wraithlin's wrapped in the python in the boa constrictor. Alrighty, that's her turn. That's Cora.
Yep. And
All
it
right.
is the Wraithlin's turn. It's Bat's turn.
All right, Bat, I want you to do me a favor, pal, and get out of there. Where is it? Where's the escape check at?
Go on, get.
Yeah. Come on, Bat. I believe in you. You got this. I believe this should be Bat.
Okay. I just had to retrieve a cat. A cat who was doing strange things.
Alright.
That
The DC is 27 because it's to the fortitude check? No.
Yeah. So
Fortitude? Okay.
believe I have to
so
reach for 20.
with an it could also be acrobatic, so it can try to wriggle its way out.
Yeah, no, it's a yeah. I just hit the escape in the basic macros.
So it fails to wriggle its way out.
Okay.
Does some wriggling, but Cora tightens her coils.
The ZC of escape check is okay.
Yeah, so
I got
regular DC is 25.
so it's
Right?
at a
Because
map.
it's 10 plus your modifier.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is at a map. Oh,
Ooh. Ah! You're
That
free!
that succeeds.
that just kind of like it just shakes around like a maniac, and
I'm
gets
also
out.
imagining like doing like the ghost, doing the first like wiggle as just the regular like shadow shape of rat, and then
Yeah.
the coils are tightened and just kind of turns really skinny and flows upwards and outwards. Just like, oh wait, I'm a ghost.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I don't need to put up with this shit.
And Cora
Yeah.
looks up at Wraithlet
It's
and
like, what? Where'd it go?
All right, Bat. Last action. I'm gonna want you to smack that thing for smacking you. Listen,
that
its attack is spectral hand.
26. Does that hit
That
Jogunda?
hits. Yes, that does
Give
hit.
him the old left, right, good night.
Yeah.
Okay, so roll damage.
You hear in like Prettyfoot's mouth, right? Say, "Cheeky bluff, right?" Just in Prettyfoot's mouth.
Yeah, it rolled the damage.
Oh, I apologize.
And it's
Ooh.
13 void damage. It lashes out with its spectral hand and does 13 void damage. And Cora makes the save.
Or ain't scared of no ghosts.
And now Bat gets 5 temporary HP back.
And I think that's Bat's turn.
Yes.
Rat, how are you going to get out of this cat's mouth?
First off, let me do this. Let me do the flat check for getting rid of Deafen. There we go. No longer deafened.
No longer deafened. Good.
I will do an escape check.
Ooh, that saves. That is a critical. Well, yes, it is a critical success because the DC is 27.
So you're free.
My gun is reloaded, and then you hear him like pointed up at you. He's like, "This ain't nothing personal." He's gonna shoot Zoe. He just says to her, "This ain't nothing personal. It's just part of the game, you know." And
Zoe
then
shrugs.
fires.
She's a
Are you
And-
kidding me?
That bullet flies right over. Actually, it doesn't even fire. Let's see.
Are you kidding me?
Raged. Holy crap.
I'm sorry.
So here's what happened. Here's what happened. Your thumb, by accident, was right over where the fire would come out. And your thumb kind of got blasted, and now you are clumsy too.
I can't even be mad.
So
That's just how the dice
so-
roll. That's-
so Rat, you might want to learn how to fire a gun.
Listen, Baz has been hitting Corey with a 1-2 this entire time. Oh yeah. How do I get rid of?
You
Oh.
have to be healed.
Yeah, so I'm just stuck with it.
Yep.
Unfortunate.
Until healed, you're clumsy too. You've got
Well,
a
let
you've
me
got a you've got a like sprained thumb. So
Alright, then. I'm gonna
what's up
cast
next?
this- I'm gonna use the last of my two. No, wait, that escape is an action. I'm just gonna reload.
Okay.
That's
You're
all
not
I
doing
can
too
do.
well. You're not doing too well.
Yeah, Rat isn't, but Bat's going crazy.
So you just took 2 bleed damage. It's
Let me.
Hummer's turn.
Are you kidding me?
You healed the bleed.
Are you kidding me? Everything else other than attack is pretty high.
So now Hummer is going to do Soothing Song again.
Well, hopefully this will.
Hopefully moving to a
2
place where it
more,
only heals
you healed,
allies, right?
You healed 2 damage.
Thank you, Hummer.
Oh, but does that remove at least 1 level of the clumsy?
It should, because I get healed,
It
right?
should, right?
Yes.
Hummer,
Actually,
you are the best.
it healed the clumsy.
Hummer,
Yay.
you're the best.
The clumsy's gone.
Oh, wait a minute.
So that's Hummer's turn. Pretty Foot.
Prettyfoot is once again going to yeah is going to pounce again. Is going to pounce on you on
Yeah, yeah, I figured.
This is fun. Prettyfoot's having fun. Just 30
Yeah,
hit.
yeah.
Yeah, Prettyfoot's having a ton of fun. Prettyfoot's having a ball. Prettyfoot is having a ball just playing with this goblin.
It's great. Prettyfoot's having a great time.
Yeah,
Prettyfoot is
yeah.
going to try to
Yeah.
try to grapple you again.
Yeah, somebody should tell Prettyfoot not to play with its food, though.
Yeah, Prettyfoot's absolutely doing that. And tries to chomp you, and I think you just kind of shove the gun up in there and kind of chips a tooth and pulls back his head and shakes it.
Yeah,
and
that would be Rat's not grappled anymore.
No, Rat wasn't. I mean, Rat wasn't grappled already because Rat escaped.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I used the escape check.
This was Prettyfoot trying to grapple Rat, and failing.
Yeah, with that critical failure, I would say Prettyfoot took a little chip to its tooth and
chip the tooth, takes 3 damage.
3 damage.
3 tooth damage. 3
Well,
damage.
at least this turn you're not convincing people more and more that Gobbler are just Jew toys.
But still, you could have a story point for that one.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, that hits.
I don't know if I'll have a chance to use it for the end of the game, but today. But thanks.
Oh, it's a 22.
It doesn't look like it applied the mod, the
map.
modifier.
Oh, okay, that misses.
Okay, so pulling back his head, shaking his head because of the chipped tooth, kind of flails out with a paw, and you just dodge it. That's Prettyfoot.
That's Prettyfoot's turn. And Zoe's turn.
Alrighty, we are going to act together again. Sorry. And oh, yeah. We're going to act. Well, first, I'm going to draw my own gun.
Hey,
and
if it works, it works.
Using paper? What are you going to draw it with?
That's a great question.
Thank you.
It is. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. What? Okay. How do I add ammunition? I didn't realize there was ammunition.
Add ammunition.
Oh wait, stop doing that. Don't do that.
Apologies. I wish I knew how to do that.
It's an air repeater.
An air repeater, but I don't see how to add ammunition. Like it says I can't use it because it doesn't, because I haven't added ammunition, but it doesn't tell me where to do that. Okay, you know what? Screw that. I'm not going to do that. I take back my draw because I don't know how to use this gun. You don't know how to use my gun.
I will figure that out.
Okay, while you're doing that.
I see all kinds of different types of ammunition, but nothing like basic.
I might just have to pull it in and then turn it on. I don't know. I don't know.
There is a basic ammunition. Let me see my gun. Yeah, you have to add it in your thing. You have to go to the items.
Okay, I'll do that later.
To the inventory and then add in bullets and stuff like that. I have elemental ammunition equipped, so that's why I can craft my own ammo. So I have no need to buy stuff.
Look at
going
Misty fancy
to
pants.
fancy. I have a question for
Sure.
binary. If boost Eidolon is a cantrip, what is the function of extend boost?
So boost Eidolon, you have to keep using every turn to activate it.
Oh,
Extend boost makes it last.
3 rounds.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Perfect. I'm going to cast boost Eidolon, and then I'm going to use extend boost as my action and attack together, and Crackerjack is going to just move. Crackerjack is going to stride closer.
Okay.
To we'll leave Grizzless alone.
Yeah, at this point, they basically waived Grizzless as KO'd.
Yeah, that's good to know.
Okay, that's my turn.
Okay.
Crap.
Thank you for your patience, everybody.
Cora!
So good, bro.
Oh no.
If we come back to the slap fight between Bat and Cora.
I was like, I thought I had time. I thought I had downtime. No.
No,
Everybody
it's
goes all
time
at
for
once.
it's for a slap fight.
Cora is going to strike again.
Ugh.
30.
Hit.
That is going to
Yes.
hit.
Yeah,
That is going to hit.
31 damage.
Cool.
And second
Ouch.
action. Going to try a grab. I don't think that works. Nope, 16.
That fails.
Is that a critical failure?
That is...
Does it even matter in a grapple?
No, it's not a critical failure.
Oh.
It failed by 2.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not very good at fortitude saving.
Alrighty, then I think he's just gonna try it again.
And
Gee.
math. Or that's a math 15.
Does a grapple check count as a second attack action for the attack penalty?
Yeah, any aggressive actions like grapple.
Oh wait, I can't even do this. I can't
used.
even do this because I need to do a strike first, and I already did my strike. So I'm gonna strike instead. But this is my second attack, so second attack penalty 22.
That
I don't know why it's not doing the second attack penalty.
that hits.
Oh, okay. Plus 2.
Actually, it doesn't. It doesn't hit.
It doesn't? The 22 doesn't hit?
Because
Okay.
AC is 24.
Oh, I didn't see the 27. On my screen, I see 27.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 22.
It was -5, so I said 22. I said it verbally because it's not applying the.
Oh, okay. I apologize.
That's
So
what I was saying.
that misses.
Alrighty. Bites, hits, tries to grab, fails, bites again, jaws snap shut on nothingness.
Yeah.
That does a little chuckle. And then does yeah.
La.
So, yeah. To be continued next time on Mystimon Saga Hidden Archives. If you enjoyed today's show, how about you do us a favor and drop us a like and a comment and maybe consider subscribing? We would also love for you to join our community of both Pathfinder 2e lovers and Mystimon Saga fans and on our Discord. Catch our next episode live actually next week. Back on our regular schedule. And thank you. We will see you next time.
Join us and you too can get your own Gobbler and Chew toy. You are required to make it yourself.
For only $19.99 when you call the number on your screen.
Leave that in, Soma. See you next time. See you next time.